everybody. Welcome to our 48th 2024 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. We have one more of these left, and it is up for sale right now. I'll link you guys. Someone just actually bought the Dodgers. I see. But I'll link that in here. And it is there. Okay. So for today's break, we have Bob S. with the Orioles, Greg B. with the Red Sox, Chris S. with the Yankees, John R.E. with the Rays, Phillies, and Dodgers, Josh G. with the Jays, Justin S. with the White Sox, James A. with the Guardians, Astros, Cardinals, Francisco with the Tigers and the Padres, George with the Royals, as well as... where's George, the other team? And the Angels. We have Kurt with the Twins, Christian S. with the A's and the Cubs, Bill with the Mariners, Rangers, Brewers, D-backs, and Rockies, Brian H. with the Braves and the Giants, Chase K. with the Marlins, Chris R. with the Mets and Nationals, Ryan E. with the Reds, and James B. with the Pirates. There's that. There's the Cardinals sold for $49. Let's see who we can find here. Alright, Ty Petey, Mariners, Vladimir Asensio, Red Sox, Dal Joseph, Mariners, Leo DeVree, Padres, Jackson Wentworth, first for the Jays, Sam Basallo, Orioles, Eduardo Herrera, White Sox, Tanner Jones, first for the Royals, Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres, Mike Sirota, first for the Reds, Carson DiMartini, first for the Phils, Rodney Green, first for the A's, Trey Snyder, first for the Mets, Cody Chojinaga, first for the Phils, Ethan Bagwell, first for the Braves, Travis Bazana, first for the Guardians, Cash Mayfield, first for the Pods, Caleb Bonemer, first for the White Sox, Cal Steven, first for the Jays, Josh Kuroda Grauer, first for the A's, Johnny King, first for the Jays, and a blue paper parallel of Yankees Francisco Villarreal. That'll be 2 of 150, and that one will go to Chris. Alright, Chrome Noblemeyer for the Marlins, Cooper Pratt, Brewers, Tommy Troy, Diamondbacks, Miles Naylor, A's, Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets, Rainer Arias, Giants, and a Sky Blue will be Orioles first Chase Alsop. That'll be for Bob. Plasma Matt Shaw for the Cubs. That is for Christian. Refractor first rounder Griff O'Farrell for the Orioles for Bob. And refractor first Rafael Schlesinger for the Guardians for James. So there's a couple Orioles, nice things also, and who was a 4th rounder, and O'Farrell, who was a 1st rounder. LP Langevin, first for the Royals, Francisco Villarreal, Yankees, Caden Dana, Angels, Brock Welkin, Brewers, Walker Martin, Giants, Parker Smith, first for the Astros, Chandler Welch, first for the Brewers, Pablo Guerrero, Rangers, Max Clark, Tigers, Harry Ford, Mariners, Yoelan Cespedes, Red Sox, Jared Serna, Marlins, Casey Salk, first for the White Sox, Cole Mathis, first for the Cubs, Jared Thomas, first for the Rockies. Blake Burke, first for the Brewers. Braylon Payne, first for the Brewers. Sam Antonacci, first for the White Sox. Herrick Hernandez, first for the Braves. Nick Montgomery, first for the Braves. Ryan Sloan, first for the Mariners. And Jacob Cozart, first for the Guardians. Alright, Chrome first. Dylan Drayling for the Rangers for Bill. Brandon Neely, first for the Red Sox for Greg. Fenwick Trimble, first for the Marlins for Chase. Ty Stevenson, first for the Cubs for Christian. Jaron DeBerry, first for the Brewers for Bill. Ryan Johnson, first for the Angels for George. And Titus Sissel, first for the D-backs for Bill. In tune will be James Tibbs for the Giants. That'll be for Brian. Refractor first round pick, Bryce Rayner for the Tigers. That'll be for Francisco. And refractor of Gerald Perez for the White Sox for Justin. So 2 nice first round refractors up already. We have Josiah Romeo, first for the A's. Zach Veen, Rockies. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Echeji Vargas, Rangers. Agustin Ramirez, Marlins. Johnny Farmello, Mariners. Camilo Diaz, Astros. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Emil Morales, Dodgers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Chase Burns, first for the Reds. Gage Miller, first for the Marlins. Ivan Luciano, first for the D-backs. Ryan Campos, first for the Cardinals. Aaron Parker, first for the Jays. AJ Cossey, first for the Royals. JD Dix, first for the D-backs. Braden Montgomery, first for the Red Sox. Nick Kurtz, first for the A's. Dylan Drayling, first for the Rangers. Ariel Armas, first for the Cubs. And Fenwick Trimble, first for the Marlins. Oops. Looks like a lunar glow coming up. Here's our Kurtz. We have Rhett Lauder, Cincinnati Reds. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Eduardo Herrera, White Sox. Dal Joseph, Seattle. Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Chase Alsop, first for the Orioles for Bob. Michael Massey, first for the Tigers for Francisco. And a Lunar Glow A, it is Josh Kuroda Grauer. And that'll go to Christian. Refractor first round pick. Hagen Smith for the White Sox for Justin. And Noblemeyer for the Marlins for Chase. So another nice first rounder. Luke Cashel, Twins. Luis Baez, Astros. Zero Hope, Dodgers. Braylon Morel, Rangers. Denriche Valdez, Cubs. Ryan Clifford, Mets. Rhett Lauder, Reds. Juan Baez, Brewers. Byron Turio, Twins. Rafael Schlesinger, first for the Guardians. Peyton Toll, first for the Red Sox. John Spikerman, first for the Phils. Nathan Flowling, first for the Rays. Nick Mitchell, first for the Jays. James Tibbs, first for the Giants. Kalen Culpepper, first for the Twins. Seaver King, first for the Nats. Carson Bench, first for the Mets. Brody Breck, first for the Rockies. Bryce McCage, first for the Brewers. Josh Hartley, first for the Pirates. And Kavir Tears, first for the Padres. And then Chrome, we start off with Bryce Eldridge of the Giants. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Aiden Smith, Rays. Curly Martha, Rangers. Denriche Valdez, Cubs. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yankees for Chris. Luke Cashel, Minnesota Twins. And in tune of Jose Perdomo for the Braves for Brian. Refractor first, Carson DiMartini for the Phils for John. And Tommy Troy for the D-backs for Bill. Fourth round DiMartini. Got 4 refractors up. We don't have any base first rounders up. Roman Anthony, Red Sox. Sebastian Walcott, Rangers. Vladdy Guerrero, Mets. Giovanni Rodriguez, Mets. Jose Perdomo, Braves. Nate Knowles, first for the Rays. Grant Shepardson, first for the Marlins. Dedmer De Los Santos, Twins. Gerald Perez, White Sox. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles. Chase Harlan, first for the Dodgers. Casey Cook, first for the Rangers. Jamie Ferrer, first for the Twins. Eli Serrano, first for the Mets. Aiden May, first for the Marlins. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox. Randall Diaz, first for the Nats. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox. Blake Larson, first for the White Sox. And Carter Holden, first for the Braves. Alright, Chrome first, Kavir Tears, Padres for Francisco. Zach Earhart, first for the Red Sox for Greg. Ariel Armas, first for the Cubs for Christian. Nick McLean, first for the White Sox for Justin. Blake Larson also first for the White Sox. Carter Holton first for the Braves for Brian. And a yellow national. It is Yohandy Morales. And that'll be 46 of 75. That'll go to Chris. Chase Burns, Bowman Draft Night, Cincinnati Reds for Ryan. Refractor first, we have Rodney Green for the A's for Christian. And also an A's, Miles Naylor. 4th round, Rodney Green. We also have a Lunar Glow of Corrado Grauer up there. We got about everybody but Nick Kurtz, it looks like. Alright, Michael Messi, first for the Tigers. Jose DePaula, Dodgers. Brandon Sproat, Mets. Yohandy Morales, Nats. Alexander Albertus, White Sox. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Tink Hens, Cardinals. Theron Lorenzo, Tigers. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Braylon Brazaban, Pirates. Blake Wright, first for the Rockies. Theo Gillen, first for the Rays. Connor Griffin, first for the Pirates. Carter Johnson, first for the Marlins. Drew Beam, first for the Royals. Dakota Jordan, first for the Giants. Boston Bateman, first for the Padres. Ryan Waldschmidt, first for the D-backs. Cam Smith, first for the Cubs. Jack Caglione, first for the Royals. Cam Caminiti, first for the Braves. Ben Hess, first for the Yankees. Jack over here. Chrome of Walker Jenkins, Twins. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Charlie Balinson, first for the Mariners for Bill. Gage Zeal, first for the Yankees for Chris. Ryan Clifford for the Mets. Brock Wilken for the Brewers. And a plasma of a Jack Caglione for the Kansas City Royals. That'll be for George. Refractor first, Trey Snyder for the Mets for Chris. And also for the Mets, Jeremy Rodriguez. I think he was a 4th. He was a 5th. Put it down here. Alright, Aiden Major, first for the Guardians. Gage Zeal, first for the Yankees. Bryce Eldridge, Giants. Tommy Troy, D-backs. Aiden Smith, Rays. Ethan Salas, Padres. Noble Meyer, Marlins. Arhu Nimala, Jays. Davison De Los Santos, Marlins. Curly Martha, Rangers. Ethan Anderson, first for the O's. Chris Cortez, first for the Angels. Braylon Doty, first for the Guardians. Griff O'Farrell, first for the O's. Bryce Rayner, first for the Tigers. Hagen Smith, first for the White Sox. Carter Matheson, first for the Phillies. Nate Dome, first for the Mets. Luke Holman, first for the Reds. Oops. Griffin Burkholder, first for the Phils. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets. Kellen Lindsey, first for the Dodgers. And then our Chrome. We have Augustin Ramirez, Marlins. Creighton Taylor, Rays. Trey Morgan, Rays. Dylan Cruz, Nats. Devner De Los Santos, Twins. And Paulino Santana, Rangers. Sky Blue first. Michael Messi for the Tigers for Francisco. In action will be Felon Celestin, Seattle Mariners. That'll be for Bill. Refractor first, Ethan Bagwell for the Braves for Brian. And Rhett Lauder for the Reds for Ryan. Oopsie doodles. Our Luke Holman there. Let's see. There we go. Alright, we still don't have any first round Chrome first. They tend to all be in the packs with the autos at the end. I don't know why. They like to load up those packs. Alright. Yogi Vargas, Dodgers. Ty Petey, Mariners. Vladimir Asensio, Red Sox. Dell Joseph, Mariners. Leo DeVries, Padres. Jackson Wentworth, first for the Jays. Rainer Arias, Giants. Colt Emerson, Mariners. Sam Basallo, Orioles. Eduardo Herrera, White Sox. Tanner Jones, first for the Royals. Tyson Neighbors, first for the Padres. Mike Sirota, first for the Reds. Carson DiMartini, first for the Phillies. Rodney Green, first for the A's. Trey Snyder, first for the Mets. Cody Shojinaga, first for the Phils. Travis Bazana, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, first for the Padres. Caleb Bowman, first for the White Sox. Cal Steven, first for the Jays. And Joshua Corrado Grauer, first for the A's. So we have 2 papered Bazanas. Chrome first, Billy Amick for the Twins for Kurt. Cole Messina, first for the Rockies for Bill. Woody Adine, first for the Tigers for Francisco. Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates for James. Carter Matheson, first for the Phillies for John. Nate Dome, first for the Mets for Chris. And ooh, this looks interesting. A gold plasma Nick Kurtz, 26 of 50. That is a very cool card right there. I've never seen the gold plasma before, but look at that. That's a fancy looking thing. Wow. Congrats to Christian on that cool card there. Alright, Ryan Waldschmidt, Arizona Diamondbacks, Plasma for Bill. Refractor first, we have Casey Salk for the White Sox for Justin, and Aiden Miller for the Phillies for John. Salk was a second, I believe. Fourth, never mind, he's a fourth. Who was their second? Bowman, I think. LP Langevin, first for the Royals. Francisco Villarreal, Yankees. Caden Dana, Angels. Brock Wilkin, Brewers. Chandler Welch, first for the Brewers. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Max Clark, Tigers. Harry Ford, Mariners. Ewan Cespedes, Red Sox. Ethan Bagwell, first for the Braves. Casey Salk, first for the White Sox. Cole Mathis, first for the Cubs. Jared Thomas, first for the Rockies. Blake Burkett, first for the Brewers. Braylon Payne, first for the Brewers. Johnny King, first for the Jays. Sam Antonacci, first for the White Sox. Herrick Hernandez, first for the Braves. Nick Montgomery, first for the Braves. Ryan Sloan, first for the Mariners. Jacob Kozart, first for the Guardians, and a Sky Blue first. AJ Cossey for the Kansas City Royals. 086 of 499 for George. Chrome first, Josiah Romeo for the A's for Christian. Jackson Kent, first for the Nationals for Chris. Victor Hurtado, Nationals. Felton Celestin, Mariners. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Jared Serna, Marlins. There's a steel parallel, or metal, or whatever it's called, of Cal Steven. 22 of 100 for the Blue Jays. For Josh, he was a second rounder, 59th overall. All low-numbered chrome there. Leo DeVries and Tune for the Padres for Francisco. Refractor first, Cole Mathis for the Cubbies. That'll be for Christian. And Eduardo Herrera's for the White Sox for Justin. Cole Mathis was a second, I believe. 54th overall. Alright, here's our 3 auto packs. Hopefully lots of chrome first rounders, because we have not found any. Somehow. Walker Martin, Giants. Parker Smith, first for the Astros. Josiah Romeo, first for the A's. Zach Fiend, Rockies. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Shedry Vargas, Rangers. Jared Serna, Marlins. Johnny Farmelo, Mariners. Camilo Diaz, Astros. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Emil Morales, Dodgers. Adolfo Sanchez, Reds. Chase Burns, first for the Reds. Gage Miller, first for the Marlins. Ivan Luciano, first for the D-backs. Ryan Campos, first for the Cardinals. Aaron Parker, first for the Jays. J.D. Dix, first rounder for the Diamondbacks. Brady Montgomery, first for the Red Sox. Nick Kurtz again, first for the A's. Dylan Dreiling, first for the Rangers. Ariel Armas, first for the Cubbies. Alright, another paper Kurtz. I have 2 of those now. Alright, Chrome first, Luke Holman for the Reds for Ryan. Griffin Burkholder, second rounder for the Phillies for John. Jonathan Santucci, first for the Mets for Chris. Kellen Lindsey, first rounder for the Dodgers for John. Tyson Lewis, second rounder for the Reds for Ryan. Theo Gillen, first rounder for the Rays for John. And a blue auto of 150 of Randall Diaz for the Nationals. I think he's a 5th rounder. 69 of 150. That'll be for Chris. He was a 5th round, 141st overall. Alright, we have Bowman Draft Night of Connor Griffin for the Pirates for James. Refractor 2nd rounder Jared Thomas for the Rockies for Bill. And Refractor Dowell Joseph for the Mariners for Bill. So we're doing fine with our refractors, but chrome has been lacking. But here we go. Like I said, the first round chromes usually come in the auto packs for some reason. Even though two of these are second rounders. There we go. Alright, on to auto number 2. Braden Taylor, Rays. Trey Morgan, Rays. McAble, Phillies. Dylan Cruz, Nats. Edgel Radney, D-backs. Oops. Fernando Cruz, Cubs. Paulino Santana, Rangers. Clark Candioti, first for the Padres. Ryan Harvey, first for the Yankees. Griffin Herring, first for the Yankees. Brooks Alger, first for the Dodgers. Victor Hurtado, Nats. Daniel Egan, first for the D-backs. Josh Caron, first for the Mariners. Brandon Neely, first for the Red Sox. Brian Holiday, first for the Cardinals. Ethan Scheffelben, first for the Tigers. Tyson Lewis, first for the Reds. Billy Amick, first for the Twins. Cole Messina, first for the Rockies. Woody Hadeen, first for the Tigers. Eddie Reinders, first for the Pirates. We have a chrome first, Boston Bateman for the Padres, for Francisco. First round, Ryan Waldschmidt for the D-backs, for Bill. First round, Cam Smith for the Cubs, for Christian. First round, Jack Caglio for the Royals, for George. First round, Cam Caminiti for the Braves, for Brian. First round, Ben Hess for the Yankees, for Chris. And base auto is of Jack Caglione. There we go. Very nice for George. One of the big guys. Might be the first auto Caglione we found for George. There are a lot of breaks. Very nice. Alright, in tune we have Walker Jenkins for the Twins, for Kurt. Refractor first, Cody Shojinaga for the Phils, for John. And Rainer Ayers for the Giants, for Brian. So yeah, the first rounders always seem to find their way into the break eventually, even if they take a long time. Final pack. Alright. Luis Guanipa, Braves. Felton Celestin, Mariners. Charlie Balinson, first for the Mariners. Jackson Kent, first for the Nats. Kyle Teal, Red Sox. Matt Shaw. What? 1 sec. Chase Alsop, first for the Orioles. Connor Foley, first for the D-backs. Cheyenne Lin, Reds. Brock Porter, Rangers. Miles Naylor, A's. Cooper Pratt, Brewers. Bryce Cunningham, first for the Yankees. Levy Sterling, first for the Pirates. Dante Nori, first for the Phils. Trey Estevez, first for the Jays. Christian Moore, first for the Angels. Ty Suthasine, first for the Cubbies. Jaron DeBerry, first for the Brewers. Ryan Johnson, first for the Angels. Titus Sissel, first for the D-backs. And Hunter Cranton, first for the Mariners. See if we can fill up our first in the back there. We have Hunter Cranton, first for the Mariners, for Bill. First round receiver King for the Nats, for Chris. First round Carson Bench for the Mets, for Chris. Brody Brecht was the first rounder for the Rockies, for Bill. Bryce McCage, first for the Brewers, for Bill. Josh Hartley, first for the Pirates, for James. And auto will be Casey Cook, who is a third round pick for Texas. That'll be for Bill. So we got 3 bats for autos. That's pretty good. Can we get Casey Cook? There we go. Alrighty. Plasma, Bryce Eldridge for the Giants, for Brian. Refractor first, Mike Sirota for the Reds, for Ryan, who was a third rounder. And Cooper Pratt for the Brewers, for Bill. Alright, so we filled this row up with stuff. Then our 2 other first round bets here can go up as well. Okay. There we go. Let's recap what we have. Alright. So, our autos, we have a blue of 150, Randall Diaz for the Nats. We have a base auto of Jack Caglione for the Royals. And a base auto of Casey Cook for the Rangers. We have a gold plasma parallel of Nick Kurtz of the A's. We have a yellow parallel of Yohandy Morales for the Nats of 75. A metal parallel of 100, Cal Steven for the Jays. A paper blue of 150, Francisco Villarreal for the Yankees. Sky blue of 499, AJ Cossey first for the Royals. Lunar glow of Josh Grauer for the A's. Sky blue of Chase Alsop for the O's. And Michael Messi for the Tigers. In action will be Felton Celestin for the Mariners. For our refractors, we have first rounders Griff O'Farrell for the O's. Bryce Rayner for the Tigers. Hagen Smith for the White Sox. We have, I think, I say 3rd or 4th round, Carson DeMartini for the Phils. 4th round, Rodney Green for the A's. 4th round, Casey Salk for the White Sox. 2nd round, Cole Mathis for the Cubs. 2nd round, Jared Thomas for the Rockies. And 3rd round, Mike Sirota for the Reds. Our base in the back, we got Theo Gillen for the Rays. Tyson Lewis for the Reds. Kellen Lindsey for the Dodgers. Griffin Burkholder for the Phils. Jack Caglione for the Royals. Cam Smith for the Cubs. Ryan Waldschmidt, D-backs. Seaver King, Nats. And Carson Bench for the Mets. That'll be that for our 48-24 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. Number 49 is the last one I have, and it is up for sale now. And that's all I got for you guys. I will get you guys the results later tonight. We'll have it shipped out tomorrow. So have a good one, everyone. Talk to you soon.